there will be so many amazing changes in the Burning Crusade pre-patch, and those I'll be covering in this video. The first topic being mount changes. It's going to be easier for you to obtain an epic mount, as the total price is close to 250 gold cheaper compared to the current classic anniversary servers. The price for normal riding and the mount has been reduced, and same with the level requirement, as it's level 30 instead of 40. It will no longer be possible to rank up, therefore we can obtain High Warlord and Grand Marshal epic items without getting a rank. We just gotta provide honor and BG marks. But in Anniversary they've done an amazing change. The price for these items has been reduced even further compared to Burning Crusade Classic 2021. Back then you had to pay 3 times as much honor and 10 times as many BG marks. But with these changes we can quickly gear up our fresh level 60 character, and I will definitely be doing this myself, as these items will easily last to level 65 in the Burning Crusade. It will be possible to enjoy the Guild Bank or Guild Vault from the beginning of the expansion. Back in Burning Crusade Classic 2021, we had to wait until Phase 2. Another thing to look forward to is material stacking as 20 instead of 10. So those of you who like to farm gold or just got bank characters with ores and other things, well, you will now have a lot of additional inventory space. Another thing I'm excited about is the updated talent trees with many new spells and abilities, but also the different class changes that makes many specializations finally work in PvP and PvE. What I'm for example referring to is the priest no longer being forced to heal. We can play a shadow as we're doing better damage, but also providing our party with more health and mana regeneration. And yes, it will be the exact same case as a druid, shaman and paladin. You will no longer be forced to play as a healer if you wish to join a raid. We can join as a DPS, and if possible, as tank as well. The next one is a minor change, but as of right now we have to be so close to another player before we are able to inspect them. The range will soon be increased, which makes it a lot easier for you to track what gear people are using or how they're performing in arenas. PvP is going to be a lot easier, as we can finally track all enemy buffs. Yeah, this wasn't a possibility prior to Burning Crusade, unless you were playing a mage with Detect Magic. Moving on to profession changes. As an alchemist, there will no longer be a cooldown on your transmute Arcanite. Therefore, the price will definitely soon be decreasing by a high amount on the auction house. It's also the exact same case as a tailor, where you can create as many mooncloths as you would like to. A brand new profession is being introduced, Jewelcrafting. You level up Jewelcrafting with ores, bars, gems and stones, but sadly we can't really create many useful things during the pre-patch. Yeah, we can use some of the green and rare items for leveling, but those higher level rare items are simply way too expensive. Mainly because we will quickly replace them the moment we start doing higher level dungeons or a beginner raid such as Molten Core and Solgurup. In Classic, we can disenchant all rare, green and epic items without leveling up our enchanting. But in the pre-patch, we gotta level up our enchanting in order to disenchant higher level items. So yeah, if you got anything in your bank you need to disenchant, then get it done right now. Leveling up a character is going to be a lot quicker, as we need less experience between level 20 to 60, and quests above level 30 will start granting a lot more experience. Talking about questing, a lot of those that used to be an elite quest will now be non-elite, as the creatures has been made non-elite, making it a lot easier for you to solo level. Just be aware there are still some creatures being kept elite. Talking about leveling up, in the pre-patch we can level 2 new races, Draenei and Blood Elf. Draenei got the possibility to play as a shaman, the only race able to do so on the Alliance side, and Horde the possibility to play as a Blood Elf paladin. Before I move on to the next important change, then I would like to let you know that if you plan to level a Draenei, Blood Elf or just any class in the pre-patch, then you should definitely test out the leveling guide I'm using right here. There's an arrow guiding you in the right direction, numbers and text explaining in what order you gotta do the specific quest, and on your map there will be numbers indicating in what order you will need to do these and where you gotta hit. If you would like to try out the add-on yourself, make sure to use the link below the video, as it will redirect you to the page where you can download and test it out for free. You can also buy a full version that works all the way up to max level, and by using the link below the video, you automatically receive a discount. Currently, you gotta right click on your portrait, move frame and unlock frame to drag these to a new location. Same with our chat box. but there is going to be a change in the pre-patch as we are now getting edit mode. Edit mode allows you to customize your UI without having to install many different add-ons. For example, adjusting the size of our target and player frame, and a new thing introduced into Burning Crusade, the focus frame. Those of you who would like these things to be perfectly aligned can enable show grid and drag those to a location to see if it is going to be at the right location of your screen or in the middle or center of the screen. In the beginning, I was pretty skeptic about the edit mode, but after trying it for around 20 minutes and learning and adjusting the different things, then I all of a sudden started to like it way more. And the fact that I don't have to install so many add-ons to adjust these things is beyond amazing. And no, we won't just be able to edit our portraits and chat box. It's going to be the same case with our cast bar, action bars, party frames, minimap location, buffs, and debuffs. The moment you are done adjusting these things, you can save it as a character-specific layout. This layout you can always load on another character, so you don't have to adjust this on every single one on your account. We can always revert the changes or choose a pre-made loadout, for example, the classic or modern version. On the auction house you can buy different class books with a higher rank of a current spell, but it won't be necessary in the pre-patch, as we can head to our trainer and learn all these spell ranks for just a couple of gold each. Both factions will receive different racial changes, for example weapon skill bonuses being turned into expertise bonus, and blood fury for orc generating spell damage and healing, not just attack power. So like I mentioned, the different racial weapon skills will be turned into expertise, and expertise is a brand new stat in the game. In fact, items will no longer increase your weapon skills, but instead your expertise, and expertise reduces your target's chance to dodge and parry your attacks. Another thing to be aware of is that percentages has been removed. So an item like the Mind Quickening Gem that used to increase our casting speed by 33% will now be granting 330 haste rating. At level 60, it's almost the same amount of percentages, but as you level up, you'll start to need more rating to get the same percentages. So at level 70, the trinket will for example only increase your casting speed by 20%. The next one is for those of you mainly playing as a healer. All healing items will provide a small amount of spell damage, making it easier for you to solo level or solo farm in the open world. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, Focus Target is being introduced into the game. We can make a macro with /focus to quickly set a focus target, so we can swap between these. Another thing I like to do is to make macros with different abilities while I'm casting at my focus target. You can any day just replace the spell name with another spell or another ability. Here's a quick example. I'm able to cast and polymorph two different targets without having to swap, and I will of course leave these macros in the description so you can copy paste them into your own. Many classic consumables will still stay relevant in the Burning Crusade, but not the Lip Potion. Instead of making you immune to physical attacks for 6 seconds, it will instead be reducing your physical damage taken by 120 for 8 seconds, so it won't be as useful. Those of you who likes to PvP should be looking forward to Skirmish Arenas. Yeah, it won't be rated arenas, but you can practice and find future 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3, or 5 vs 5 teammates. Due to the recent arena changes and gladiator weapons being purchasable just by reaching 1700 rating, and all arena teams starting at 1500 rating, then you should be focusing on PvP as a PvE player, as these weapons will be quite useful in the beginning until you have got your best weapon. With the introduction of the new race Blood Elf, there's going to be a new main city, Silvermoon City. In Undercity, we can go to this location and find a teleporter which takes us to Silvermoon. It also works the other way around, so if you're currently in Silvermoon, you can instead be heading up here and use the teleporter to Undercity. I'm honestly so hyped about this upcoming expansion, which is why you can find many other useful videos on my channel, and soon a lot more you definitely don't want to miss, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Peace.